Hi, Assalamu alaikum. Hope everybody will be fine. So today our topic is form of advances. Simply we can say that types of advances, or we can say that the shapes or types of the bank advances. Means that the bank give loan in which shapes or in which forms. So simple topic, there is no complexity, straightforward topic, and I hope that from my definitions and my explanation you will be knowing better. So form of advance is locate. Savers, they save the money and channelize those savings to borrowers, but through proper channel, through the third parties, and those third parties are the financial institutions. Savers may be individuals like me and you people, and mostly they are businesses, other financial institutions. So when they save the money, so they channelize those money to borrower. How? Through by proper channels. And there are different financial institutions which work as an intermediary. They channelize the funds from saver to borrowers. Bank is one of them. They channelize the funds from savers to borrowers. The bank performs these functions, these activity, not in free. They are charging some profits. So bank is a profit seeking institutions which generate their funds from the basic functions as well as from the secondary functions. Basic functions are what? Accepting deposits and lending loan, and secondary functions are the different services that is provided by the bank. So it attracts the surplus balances from the customers at a low interest rate and make or lend those advances, those amount as an advance at a higher rate of interest to individuals or other businesses. And in this way, they are earned the profits in shape of interest differences. The low and the high interest gap, that is the profit margin of the bank. Keep in mind, dear students, bank usually gives short-term loans. Mostly they are emphasizes on short-term loan. However, bank also give medium-term loan as well as long-term loan. Bank give loan in shape of bank overdraft, cash financing, bank loan, and discount of the bill. One by one, we are going to discuss. Overdraft or bank overdraft is a type of the loan which is sanctioned by bank only and only on current account. means current account holders have this facility. Bank sanction the overdraft facility. An overdraft is the extension of the credit from a lending institutions that is generated when an account reaches to zero. The overdraft allows the accounts holders to continue drawing money even when the account has no funds, zero balance in it, or has insufficient funds to cover the amount of the withdrawals. Keep in mind, dear students, basically an overdraft means that the bank allows customers to borrow an amount of money up to their limits. There is an interest on the loan and there is typically a fee per overdraft as well as fee charge. With an overdraft account, a bank is covering payments a customer has made that would otherwise be rejected, or in the case of actual checks, the bonus and the returns without the payments are also be recorded by the bank. So overdraft mostly used by businesses. Like, look it, I have 2 lakh in my account, but I need 5 lakh. So now, if I'm a current account holder, the bank will sanction me 3 lakh overdraft. 2 lakh my own amount I can withdraw, and 3 lakh is overdraft. So the 5 lakh check is not bounced to me by bank. Why? Bank will give me the 3 lakh overdraft facility. On that 3 lakh, bank will deduct some interest from me. So this is a short-term loan which is given by a bank to their account holder. Keep in mind, only and only the overdraft facility is given by bank to their customers. Which account customers? Current account customers. Overdraft protection is a loan provided by some banks of customers when their accounts reach to zero. Overdraft allowed the customers, dear students, to continue paying the bills even when there is insufficient money in their customers' bank accounts. An overdraft amount is like any other loan. The customer pay interest on the loan, and in the case of overdraft, will typically have one-time insufficient funds fee as well as dear students, with any loan, the borrower pays interest on the outstanding balances of an overdraft loan. Often the interest on the loan is lower than the interest on the credit cards, making the overdraft a better short-term options in an emergency. Overdraft is also called emergency loan. In many cases, there are additional fees for using overdraft protections that reduce the amount available to cover your check amount, such as insufficient funds fee per check or withdrawals of the amount. So it's allowed only and only, keep in mind, the current account holder. They can use this facility. Overdraft is a special facility from the side of the bank as a short-term advance or loan to their loyal customers. If at any time a businessman bill are greater than his bank balance, like his check, businessman write a check of 5 lakh, but there are only 2 lakh or 1 lakh in his or her account. So he or she may request the bank manager to allow his account to be overdrawn by a certain amount for a short period of time. So then the bank manager accept the request and allowed up to a certain limits a bank overdraft. For example, a businessman has 20 lakh in his account and he needs 23 lakh and also withdrawn 23 lakh, so that 3 lakh extra is because of the overdraft facility. Bank will sanction. Bank will obey the check of 23 lakh, even though that person have 20 lakh in his account, 2 million in his account, but bank will sanction 2.3 millions. 3.3 million or 3 lakh, that is sanctioned as an overdraft facility. On this 3 lakh, bank will charge interest as well as. So overdraft, that is very good option of the bank, that your bank can option to use its own funds to cover your overdraft. Another option is to link the overdraft to a credit card. If the bank uses its own funds to cover your overdraft, so it is typically won't affect your credit score. When a credit card is used for the overdraft protections, so it's possible that you can increase your debt to the point where it could affect your credit score. So however, this won't show up a problem with overdraft on your checking accounts. Next one is advantages of the overdraft. That what are the advantages of the overdraft? So the customer is able to meet the working capital requirements of the business. I told you early that mostly the businessmen, they open the current accounts, and overdraft facility is allowed from the side of the banks to this account, current account. So businessmen mostly use this overdraft to meet their working capital requirements, to their daily routines requirements. For that purpose, when they have shortage of money, so they take this immediate loan and will compensate their needs. The customer gets the facility to overdraw his account as and when the need arises up to the approval limits. So this is another one advantages of the bank overdraft, that the customers, they have this facility, so they use this facility up to their need, that how much they are needing, so they are taking loan up to their need and returns back that loan when he recover back that money. Whenever the customer has surplus funds, so he may pay such funds into the current accounts to reduce or even to settle the overdraft balance. Look at, if I withdraw the 3 lakh overdraft, so when I have now surplus money, I deposit 1 lakh in my account. So my account balance will not be 1 lakh. Why? In 3 lakh I make overdrawn. So my account is debited in 3 lakh. And they will show negative balance of 3 lakh. When I deposit 1 lakh, still they will show 2 lakh negative balance, 2 lakh debit balance. And when further I make the 2 lakh deposits, so then my accounts bank account balance will comes to 0. After that, when I make further deposits, so then my account will be credited and will show positive balance. Since it is a running finance, there are no restrictions on the drawing more than one, provided the total amount overdrawn clause not exceeds to the agreed limit. The interest is charged only on the amount withdrawn. Only the amount, the interest is charging on the withdrawn amount. Look at, if there are 2 lakh in my account and I withdraw 5 lakh, so 3 lakh is overdraft. So interest will not only charge on the 5 lakh. Interest only and only that will be charged on the 3 lakh amount. So a bank, keep in mind, dear students, a bank overdraft is usually the best for the business with greater movement of the cash flow in a given period of time. An overdraft, they are helping to resets and rotations the cash inflow and cash outflow. In other words, if sales proceeds and purchase results in a flow of money in and out many times during a week or months, an overdraft facility allows to manage the flow gap that might arise due to the time mismatch. Next one type of the advances or loan is cash finance. What is cash finance? Look at, dear students, cash finance is a term that means that the goods are pledged or released to a borrower against the cash payments only, while the running finance is offered by the financial companies against the mortgages. So it usually comes under the heading of the working capital financing. Cash financing is what? That is working capital financing, means that this is for the short period of time, not for the capital budgeting long period of time. So cash financing is also called as a cash credit. Cash finance is commonly offered by the commercial banks. A cash credit is an arrangement by which a banker allows his or her customer to borrow money up to a specific limit. Pledge of security can be done by goods produced, merchandise, or tangible securities. In cash financing, some against that the bank pledge a security, and those security may be in the shape of merchandise, inventory, or the tangible goods. So cash financing, that is a long-term advances. In such facility, the bank allows the business firms to borrow up to a certain limit, either in lump sum quantity or either that is in the installments. So look at cash finance, that is short term as well as long terms. It is optionally now. So short terms will be from up to 1 year, long terms up more than 1 year, that will be long terms. So cash finance, that is allowed by the bank against the pledge of the security or the goods or merchandise or any kind of the tangible securities. So for the cash finance, it is not necessary that a person will be the customer of the bank, means that that person have accounts in the bank. It is not necessary or mandatory. Any person, they can, if when they are providing the security against the cash finance amount, so bank sanction loan in shape of cash finance to them. But as we discussed in our overdraft, so in the overdraft, this is necessary or mandatory for the customer, for the persons. They have already have a bank account, and that account will be current account. So on current account only overdraft facility that are provided by the bank. Our precautions are, we can say that the protections in the cash finance advance. First one, the customer to be honest and trustworthy. When cash finance is advanced by the bank, so before that the person or the business customer may be an individual person or businesses, so that must be honest and trustworthy, and familiarity with the different markets, commodities against which advance is given. The next one thing is that the security which is taken in shape of goods. So bank have familiarity about the commodity of those securities. That it doesn't mean that bank take the security from the bank or those goods from the bank, but they don't have some market value, or gradually their value are decreasing. So that is another one precautions while sanctioning the loan against any kind of the security. So that security must have some marketable value. Then really sellable commodity, the security which is taken by the bank against the loan in shape of inventory or in shape of goods or in shape of any tangible assets. So that should be in the sellable condition. It doesn't mean that the security will be in such a conditions that nobody can buy it. If a person or business becomes defaulter and bank wants to sold out that security and nobody wants to buy such a security, so security must be in the sellable condition. Then possession of the goods. Possession of the goods or inventory and security, that will be with the, in case of the cash finance, that will be with the bank. Bank will take the complete possessions of those goods with themselves. Then storing of the goods in the banker's godown. Like if there is an inventory and you pledge or you take cash finance, and against that you give the security of your inventory stock. So those inventory stock amount to the loan amount, that will be transferred to the banks go down. Banks will take keep this in their own go down and warehouse. And when you returns back, so your inventory should be back by the bank. If you become a defaulter, so in that case the bank will sold out your inventory and will compensate the loan amount. Commodities having stable markets. Keep in mind that when banks sanction the cash finance advances, so in security when they are keeping the goods, so those goods have the stable market. It doesn't mean that they have fluctuations. Their prices are going downward, downward, downward and downward. No, they have the stable market. Only a little bit fluctuation is acceptable, but not too much fluctuations. Then proper valuation. The goods that should be are taken as a security, so their value will be properly valuation. It does through by proper analysis, value should be given to the assets, and on the basis of that then loan will be sanctions. So these are the precautions of the by banks sanctions the cash financing. Insurance of the goods pledge, the goods that are pledged against the money, against the advance. So those goods must be insured. Why? If in the future, if some uncertain situations come, like these goods caught fire, damage, etc., so that must be insured. So these are the precautions in the cash financing, that when bank sanctions the cash finance loan to the customer, so they will take these precautions in their mind. The next one type of the bank advance is bank loan. So we will discuss inshallah in our upcoming lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz. If you have any question, so you can ask me in the group.